Hello there Internet, and welcome back to another map announcement for yet another Metroidvania game, because I am unstoppable. or something. This is my map for Pronty, Fishy Adventure, which was a really quite great exploration action game in the kind of classical Metroidvania style. Except set entirely underwater, so you've got 360-degree movement at all times, which was cool. It was really novel. It reminded me a little bit of Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet in that regard. I found it better to use mouse and keyboard for the entire thing, if I'm honest. So I did in fact play through the entire game with the mouse and keyboard. And as you can see, the map is fairly substantial. It's got several big areas to it. Lots of good exploration to go. Let me take you through some of the things that you'll find on here. Let's zoom in. So we start off up to the left here with a little bit of a tutorial area. We've got all of the icons on the map for bosses, for currency containers, for the Lego bricks that you could break with certain powers. Different doors have got different icons. Laser grids are on there as well. All of the different collectibles and stuff. All of the different memory board chip things. Key items. Outposts where you can save your game. All of the outposts also feature a fast travel point as well as a memory board. So I didn't want to put too many things on, because it would have made things a bit faffy. There are a handful of doors behind which there are purple items. Actually, I might change the colour of those just so that they are clearer. Vendors have got their bits and pieces marked on as well. I've also put on kind of red mist and green mist and yellow mist and kind of grey-black mist. The game does a really interesting job of introducing kind of swirling toxicity in various parts of this underground location. So this stuff and this stuff and the poison will build up different kind of debuff counters. The red stuff will just kill you if you don't have the correct item equipped for that, which is acquired from the expert training arena. But yeah, everything is on here. Any kind of one-way things that you need to be able to break through. Any gene bottles that you can pick up. One-way walls that you can break through. Secrets all on there. Key destinations are marked on here. And this took a while, all of the different kind of record codexes that you can get. There are some that you get from simply fighting enemies. In fact, there's an entire section that you get from fighting enemies, but there are a handful of enemies that aren't killable. So much like in Hollow Knight, they've got their own little records. It's most of these Somnus enemies that you can't kill. So they're marked on there as well. Different coloured electrical barriers are marked on here for you to get through. There are also red kind of spiked barriers. There's only 2 or 3 in the game, and they're marked on here. You can get past those using a teleport ability that you get from defeating a rather powerful later end boss. What else do we have on here? Key items again. Any kind of mini games have got their locations sorted. Various areas have got their location codex entries sorted. These red rabbit icons, you'll find out what they're for late in the game. Same goes for these silver discs, which give you a clue as to how to get to a certain thing, shall we say. There's also a couple of stars on here, which you get for achievements. There's a telescope there, which allows you to get a Symphony of the Night style vista of the place. And there's also a basketball down here, which has got an achievement tied to it as well. The only other thing that I really want to make note of... Oh, no, there's a couple of things, actually. I have changed ever so slightly the actual in-game geography of the map, just to make certain things clearer, because there are a handful of rooms that aren't really shaped the way they look to be shaped on the map. and I've tried to clarify those. I've also put little kind of additional lines on when there are little mini gaps that you can get through with the shrink ability. The final thing, however, is this enemy here. This is the location, or one of the locations. I think that actually may be another one, but this is the location of Algul, which is creature codex number 32. He's only on here because I missed him. He's one of those little burrowing creatures that basically buggers off as soon as you get close enough to him. So you've got to be really fast to get to him. And obviously the creature codex is just numerical. It doesn't give you any clues as to what you've missed. So there is one location of number 32. If you've not killed him, that's where he is, or that's one of the places where he is. But yeah, everything else is marked on here, different interactables, etc, etc, etc. It was a really fun map to put together. Oh, this the portals on this place require special mention, actually. A lot of these are one way, and it requires you... So some of them actually are inactive to start with, and it requires you to kill an enemy near to them, especially this one up here, which won't link up if you don't kill an enemy close to it. There are some places where there are more significant notes. You've got the full shop inventory. I think that's the full shop inventory for Mina, but I'm kind of unsure. I feel like I might have missed something somewhere. It also tells you what boss certain things open up after. It was a really interesting map to put together. Mother Whale does not have a map. So the items that are kind of in the belly of Mother Whale here, they're not to scale or in anything close to the right places. I just like the idea of putting the graphic on there just so that it was clear, because up until then they were just kind of floating out in the middle of nowhere, which looked a little bit daft. I think everything is clear enough. If there's anything that's not clear, or if there's anything that I've missed, or there's things that you think actually people might need to know that, then let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do that. I think the lettering and stuff is clear enough for how this works. There are some current markers on as well for certain areas where there are underwater currents that carry you around. I couldn't really figure out a good way of doing that because they twist and bend all over the place. So I've kind of faded them out a bit, and I've tried to bend them a little bit to make up for the shape of the map. But realistically, it ended up being quite cluttered. Oh, that needs a glow as well. I'll fix that. So yeah, there's a couple of things that I've just noticed that need fixing, but other than that, map is pretty much done. As always, I've got some options down below for helping support me for the efforts. You know, subscribe on YouTube, check out the Twitter. Not that I do a fat lot of anything on Twitter, but the best way of supporting me is, as always, on my coffee.com account, which is there. The map will be linked to a Google Drive folder down in the description below, as always. I really enjoyed the game. It was about 10 to 12 hours, something like that, to 100%. 3 possible endings. There's a note on one of them down there. I've left the last one for you to figure out for yourselves because it's pretty obvious. All in all, really good game, solid game, 8.5 out of 10. Couple of niggles, especially with this boss up here, and the control of our actual kind of Bront character who does the attacking for us. But yeah, a really solid 8.5, edging actually slightly higher in my opinion, because there's some really, really good ideas and some really cool stuff in here. So enjoy the map, have yourselves a fabulous day, and I will catch you all in the next one. Do watch out for my actual playthrough of the game. I've got a full playthrough going up on YouTube over the next couple of weeks. Doodle pip. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.